All right. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, church. I see our members coming into the sanctuary. My God. So I'm waiting for Ebony Cosby, Deaconess Ebony Cosby, because she commented on, I think, Facebook asking what time service was going to be today. And my intentions were for service to begin at 1:30, but I had a couple errands to run. But we are here, and I see Sasha Delia, who seems like she was probably the first in the sanctuary because her comment is first. And I see Amy Akers, G Wiz, Nutritionist Shell, Sharon Hall, Jennifer Spikes, Y Gather, Dominique Graham, Lee Daniel. G Wiz said, "Send me that shirt when you when you done." The funny thing is, it's short sleeve, but I would never wear this in the summer because it's velour, and I feel like I'll be so hot wearing this in the summer. JJ said, "Tipping in the back pew." Jamaican Black Scorpion said, "Where is the other wall decor?" Oh, well, we have an update and an announcement. Jamaican Black Scorpion, if you don't follow me on Instagram, you probably should, because today is Brobe's birthday, and I guess I have some news to share. Actually, it was in the caption of the birthday post that I put up for him. And Brobe is moving back to Florida immediately, like in a week or so, because for his birthday, his parents blessed him and bought him a restaurant. So they are working overtime to make that happen as soon as possible because they bought the restaurant. So Mr. Diva 6 said she saw Brobe. Yeah, so they're working on the restaurant, and the fun thing is that he thought I was going to be sad that he's leaving New Jersey as I'm coming back, but I'm actually excited because it will give me a place to be able to travel to, hang out all the time, and have fun, my God. Plus, I'll have different content on the beach, at his restaurant. There are so many other great things that can happen with him moving and opening up his restaurant. And so I am just happy about his blessings that are coming to fruition, my God. This is the year of the harvest. So I know I said this is my year for restart, but apparently this is his year for harvest, my God. So I am not sad. I am actually happy and excited. JJ said the Just Spoon site was down. I was wondering what was happening. Yeah, he shut it down because it's no way for him to be able to move and sell all of his stuff like I did in Georgia and then open up his cafe. They literally want to be open by February 5th. So, and they just told him last week. His mom actually broke the news and wasn't supposed to tell him until today, which is his birthday, because his dad wanted it to be the birthday gift. So, yeah, but they're excited and working overtime. I think I told you guys was it in the Christmas mukbang? I think Gardini and I both kind of exposed that his family has been in the food business for a very long time. They have several restaurants, several successful restaurants, and Brobe went off and did his own thing and created his own brand and just wanted to break apart from not being in the shadow of his parents. And so now it's his time to open up his own restaurant. So I'm so excited, so happy for him. And I'm always grateful and supportive of my friends and people who are making things happen and doing phenomenal things. My God. I see Lee Lee Daniel said, "My parents live in Bergen County. Brobe is from Plantation, Florida." And that's where the restaurant is going to be, in Plantation, Florida. I see Ebony Cosby. Ebony Cosby said, "Yes, restart the heart." Come on, Deaconess. You better. Okay, Ebony's going to be in charge of titling my messages, my God, because I have the words and she brings it all together, my God. So it's the restart. We're restarting the harvest, okay? Oh, gosh, I love it. Okay. Benji Adson said, "Whatever product you use to condition your hair today looks great. Well, the thing is, I use the same product for the most part. The difference is I was late because I jumped in the shower, so my hair is still kind of wet, which is why it looks a tad bit more juicy than it normally does. I haven't done like a wet curly look in a very long time. I've been doing like what the trend is now, which is the kinky, dry, your mother Africa look. So you guys probably have not seen this unless you are an original church member from 2.5 years ago. You would have known that I wear my hair curly like this when it's wet and gel and all that. But haven't done it in a while, and so hopped out the shower and didn't want to delay you guys too much longer and just came on like this. Miss Godiva 6 donated $20 saying, I have been missing lives and watching the recordings, so I'm sending my makeup love offering and best to you always. Thank you so, you are one of my biggest supporters and I appreciate you so much. I always have to say that we met in the airport. You called my name out and it was just such a beautiful moment. So I always appreciate you, Ms. Godiva 6. Ebony Cosby said, come on, rocking the Nubian of the Nile. I can't take you sometimes. Please make sure y'all support Ebony Cosby. Deaconess Ebony Cosby. She has her own YouTube channel. She does recaps and different topics as well. So make sure you always support her because she is always here supporting me and our church. And I appreciate her. Jackie V. Meadows in the sanctuary. She said, hey, church. And Miss Godiva 6 said, Plantation, Florida is beautiful from what I've seen. And the funny thing is, when Bro Bay, he was like, I have good and bad news. He was like, my parents just bought me a restaurant, so I'm moving back to Florida. I'm like, okay, when? He is like, immediately. So the great thing is, like I said, I'll be able to go there, hang out, have fun, and I'm so excited. I actually like Florida, and one thing I told him was that who knows? My husband, my God, maybe in Florida, I may be getting me a Hispanic poppy. You never know. So the beauty of me being single and not tied down to any places that wherever God says go, I can go. And I'm not going to ever move because of a man. Well, I've said that a couple times. I've said that a lot of times. And I said about Atlanta. I said that it was the wrong decision, one, because you should never move for a man. You should always move for yourself. But as I begin to contemplate that and ponder over that thought and what I would say and share about that, the problem was not me moving for a man. The problem is moving for the wrong man and then moving too soon. So who knows, my man may be in Miami or somewhere in southern Florida, my God. So that's the blessing of being single now. And not only is that the blessing is that it feels great, my God, to be 33, about to be 34 in 2 weeks, my God, and to be debt-free. Come on, 2019 and being debt-free. Ebony Cosby said, yes, road trip, meet and greet, and speed dating events in Florida at Broad Bay Cafe. Yes, Ebony, yes, my God, yes, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, there is nothing sad about him moving. And then I told him, I said, what would be fun is, since Gardini, Q, Charlie, and myself are going to do our show where we're eating and so on and so forth, it would be great to probably film an episode at his restaurant with us eating and just talking about random things. So I am just so happy and blessed to be able to take hold and grasp what life has to offer me in this season. TR Pond said, aloha. I love seeing you for some reason in the comments. I really do. Donald Holt said, so we're opening a Florida cathedral. Yes, Donnell, we're opening a Florida cathedral, and who knows, your bishop may end up, well, I don't know where I would be. I don't know where I would be, but I'm just open to being wherever, because the great thing about me being in the beauty industry, the great thing about YouTube is all of those things I can easily do any and everywhere. Paul Prince 35 said, yes, debt-free is great. I made sure of that before I retired in 2018. Truck paid for, credit cards, etc. It's a wonderful thing. Yes, exactly. That is why, one of the reasons why, but that's the main reason why I chose to come back to New Jersey. And then you had people like, you shouldn't go. You're going to make your ex think that he won. No, baby, I won because I am in New Jersey and I am debt free, my God. The money that comes into my account stays there at this point, outside of minor miscellaneous bills, cell phone bill, and things like that, my God. But it's a blessing to be debt free. And I'm also debt free because, well, no, I'm not going to go there. I'm going to say it. I'm also debt free because I'm no longer providing for, taking care of, and or spending my coins on somebody else. I cleaned that up really well. I'm proud of myself. Rachel G said, nothing like being debt free. Praise the Lord. Sadly, the government shutdown showed that many are still living paycheck to paycheck, not judging, just noting. Exactly, Rachel. Come on, let's talk about it. Now, yes, the government shutdown is horrible. It is extremely horrible. But the problem with that is we have to begin to learn to live below our means and make sure we have a secure savings, because I know back in the day, Susie Orman used to say you need to have at least 6 to 9 months of savings just in case something happens, my God. So with people who are struggling with this shutdown, just goes to show that there are people who maybe be living beyond their means, or they don't make enough money. But the problem is you have to try to figure out a way to save. You have to, because you never know when things like the government shutdown is going to happen, and it affects your coin, my God. Which is why I backed my ass all the way up. I sold everything, like I said to you guys before. I always have money coming to me. I've just been blessed that way. So selling all my stuff, starting over, moving back to New Jersey, was just something that was just smart to do. I would never put myself in a position where there isn't enough savings just in case. And granted, money always comes to me. But what if I were in another car accident or got sick or anything like that, and here I am in Atlanta with $3,000 plus bills for no reason, just to be in Atlanta, my God. So you gotta think smart. Deaconess Ebony Cosby said, yes, turn to your neighbor and say debt-free is for me. Come on. Deaconess, you're about to be ordained a minister, okay? Your title's about to get changed in a second if you keep on doing this to me. T.R. Pond said, my biggest debts are my student loans, which is understandable. That's a lot of people's largest debts. But I will say, if that's your biggest debt or close to your only debt, you're doing great. But just make sure you get that savings right. Rachel G said, in Atlanta, there were so many carrying $500 purses without $5 in it. Wrong values. Exactly, Rachel, and that would never be me. Never. Purple Rose said, Ty, I love your shirt. Thank you so much, Purple Rose. Ms. Vanessa, New Beginnings is in the sanctuary. My God. DLB 85 said, well, some people are living within their means, struggling, living from paycheck to paycheck. And baby, that is why I said, now see, I tell y'all, I do my best to be articulate and make my point as clear as possible. That is why I said, either living beyond your means or not making enough money. So we're on the same page, my God. I am not ignorant to that fact that some people aren't just making enough money. And I want to scroll because comments are coming so quickly. I see Mr. Brown said, then we'll really be international, laugh out loud. Not because of Florida, because we have the president of the Goon Squad ministry, the international ministry, Miss Darnita where is she? Amsterdam? I think she's in Amsterdam. And then we have people in Hawaii and various places. So we're already international, my God. Now, we're just going to be setting up some other cathedrals in the States in certain places, but we're already international. And I see Shawnette Taylor said happy birthday to him, to Brobe, of course. I see Quashawn Rivers. Mother Vicky Kelly Brew is in the house. And I see, Ebony, I see your previous comment saying, well, look at the Lord. Happy birthday, Brobe. I see all the happy birthday bro bays. And Tyson Perry said, glad to be in the service of the Lord. 7 Baby 19. Oh my gosh, I haven't seen you in the comments. Well, I've seen you in the comments, but not on a live in a while. Hey Ty, you look good. Haven't been able to tune in. Been busy, and I'm actually getting ready for work now, but thank you for stopping in. It's always great to see you in the comments on a live, because you do pop in on the comments on pre-recorded videos. Frederick said, Ty, hair looks good. Thank you so much. And so, oh, DLB85 said, I feel so special that Ty read my comment. The thing is, I try to read as many comments as possible, which is why I stop, scroll back up, and see who I missed. But that is what Super Chat is for, DLB85. You probably have some great important things to say, and many times I could miss it. So don't forget to use Super Chat, especially if it's something significant that you have to say. Queenie said, that just means y'all need a side hustle, and don't give me, oh, I don't have time. Come on, Queenie. Yes, Queenie is cleaning it up for me as well. She's referring to people who have jobs and don't make enough. There is room for everybody to have, find, and work on a side hustle. So I totally agree. And for all of y'all who are wondering, I know we're having little technical difficulties with the feed and the footage. I am connected to the Wi-Fi this time, but at Brobay's house, the internet has been having little issues here and there. So I am connected. So don't think I forgot again, like I did on that live after the Christmas mukbang. Forgot to put the phone on Wi-Fi. It's on Wi-Fi, my God. Mr. Brown says, you definitely need multiple revenue streams. Yes. To be a millionaire, you need at least 6 streams of revenue, my God. So you are spot on. I see Deaconess Ebony Cosby said, everyone drop a like on this live, please. And I also want to say, I did a video, a couple Hot Topics videos for you guys that I'm going to edit and upload for today. Also, I thank you guys for commenting on the Real Housewives of Atlanta recap, I think it was, where everyone informed me, don't worry about going back and doing recaps for each episode that we've missed. Just start where we are and then give my opinions on the storylines as a whole. So I'm going to get back into that this weekend, get completely caught up with just starting where we are, my God. And I'm excited. I'm so excited. Everything is going very well in New Jersey for me right now, which is why I titled this video, New Jersey Update. I should be moving into my apartment, I think I told you guys, in June. But I'm waiting for, they're still building the building. So I'm waiting for that. Foxy B Black said, what if you're a single mom with no family near? How do you find a second job? Foxy B Black, that's why Mr. Brown said a second hustle. A hustle and a job is 2 different things. So sometimes when you think about a hustle could be you at home making cupcakes and selling them, and your baby can still be right there with you at home. So don't get confused with several streams of revenue and a hustle and a job, because we're not saying an additional job that's going to take you away from your kids. There's plenty of things like this. I'm doing YouTube. I could have kids running around downstairs right now if I wanted to. So, I mean, that's not an excuse. I see what you mean, but it's not an excuse. Deaconess Ebony Cosby said, the Circle NYC recap. Yes, that I'm going to film that as soon as this live is done. I already watched it. You know, we all saw, speaking of Hump Day, Earth Tones is the art. I told you Earth Tone had a fat ass. The arch in his back, my God, when he was laying on that table when he was getting the acupuncture. Oh, speaking of the Circle NYC, you would never guess who I hung out with and watched Big Brother with. On Monday, I was with Nunu first, and then Nunu told me I should go with him to go surprise Bugs and Chad. So I hung out at Bugs and Chad's house. We watched Big Brother together. And oh, please keep Bugs in prayer. I'm not gonna say why because it's his it's his business to share, and he will tell at some point. I guess they may have even posted already, but they. I'm not gonna say who and or what, but they had a loss in their family. So keep Bugs and Chad in prayer, my God. I always never know, sometimes what I shouldn't say or should say about somebody else's business if I'm not involved in the business. So I think it's safe to just say they had a loss in the family, and please keep them in prayer. Mr. Brown said, turn a hobby into revenue, i.e., hair, makeup, music, to name a few. Exactly, which is why I said, bake some cupcakes, my God, or something. Queenie said, if you have kids, have garage sales, sell food plates, sell baked good notes. Come on! I'm going to change the title up to No Excuses, my God. No excuses. And the funny thing about it is, how many other church members know that early on this year, when I was filming with someone else, they always told you, I can't take surprises nor excuses. I cannot take excuses. TR Pond said most local people on Maui have 2 or 3 jobs or a job and multiple side hustles. Come on now. And then Rachel G is responding to Foxy B Black to consider internet jobs, maybe capitalize on your gifts, cooking, speaking, event planning, whatever. Be creative and decrease your expenses. Come on. I love that we are a church that's on one mind and on one accord, okay? TR Pond said, I make trays of ganjul rice for parties on the weekend. Come on, Chef TR Pond. And I'm scrolling back up. Want to see if I missed any comments. Oh, Jonathan Ford said, I think you learned a lot in Atlanta and walked away with some new great peeps. I definitely did. Atlanta was a great experience. You guys know that I'm considering going back in 2020, and that's when I would do TaiCouture Salon Atlanta, which is only going to be like a salon suite. I don't think I ever want a full-on huge salon ever again. I just don't want that responsibility, and it's just too much stress. And plus, I have too many other things going on in my life right now. I've been in the hair industry for so long, so I'm just focusing on new and different things in my life at this particular point. Donnell Hart said, I have 3 regular jobs at a hospital. Well, come on, Donnell Hart. So where's your tithes and offerings for those 3 jobs? I need to see an offering for each job you have, Donnell. Ebony Cosby said, with kids, maybe a child care side hustle, especially for parents who need 2nd and 3rd shift coverage. Oh, Donnell Hart said he has 3 jobs: hospital, funeral home, and musician, which is why you're our minister of music. Sherry Coachman said, I just discovered your channel. I'm obsessed. Loving your recaps on my fave shows. Oh, that you just blessed my heart, Sherry, because last week somebody commented and told me that I needed a co-host and told me I wasn't enough. So I thank you for letting me know that I'm enough, my God, for you. And I think that person left and never came back, but I'm happy for them because clearly they were looking for something that I wasn't giving them on this channel, and I'm okay with that. Ms. Vanessa, I say Ms. Vanessa even though it says Ms. V, because I know what it actually said, what the V means and stands for. So Ms. V, New Beginnings, said, I am still waiting to be monetized on YouTube, but that's a hustle. Ms. Vanessa, how many subscribers do you have? Because I know you have to have like 1,000 subscribers to begin making money on YouTube, as well as a certain amount of watch time hours. Now, the blessing is when I started 2 years ago, there was no number to monetize. Your account just had to be in good standing. And I know in 2018 is when they started and put the threshold for when you can monetize. So where are your subscribers, Miss Vanessa? TR Pond said, I teach and tutor during the week and cook and babysit on the weekends. Ebony Cosby said 1,000 subs and 4,000 watch time hours. It's a struggle. That's why I thank God for my little old channel. I know we only have 23,000 members, but our watch time minutes are sickening. Our watch time minutes a month are around 1 million plus, and it's just little old me. This is why these other shows who tried to shape me and drag me into stuff, thinking that I wanted a piece of their brand, when the reality of it is, I'm doing great by myself. I don't need you. Y'all needed me. And the interesting tea is that there are people from those shows who tried to use me, who have reached out to me at some point for my advice, for asking me what microphones to use and asking me to cover their shows. So it's so interesting how people will use you, not apologize publicly, and then be sending you text messages of things, my God, to ask you to then use you again. I will not be used in 2019. The using of me has stopped. Even when it comes to dating, no, you got to put in the work, my God. I will not be used. There is no free coochie over here, no free dick over here. You have to put in something to get something from me, my God. Oh, Ms. V New Beginning said just 200 subs and 8,000 views. Well, the thing about it is, I told you guys before, you have to be consistent. That's my advice to every YouTuber, whether you are just now beginning or you've been in the game for a while. You have to be consistent and be consistent and make sure that you are doing videos on things that are trending. You have to get your hot topic stuff in. Mr. Brown said, I received that. We are definitely on one accord. Mona Cole commented saying, good afternoon, Ty. Ms. V New Beginnings, I'm subscribing to help you out. It's room for... Come on, church. Y'all better be a supportive... This is why I love y'all. Y'all better be a supportive ministry. Rachel G commented saying, you are more than enough. We love you, Ty. Thank you, Rachel. Thank you so much. You just blessed me. Thank you so much. And I see Darina Jones Chisholm said, I love you, Ty. I love you so much. Lauren Brolo said, hi, Ty, and sent me some hearts. Oh my gosh. If you guys watch the closing of the salon, and I did the vlog, was it a vlog? The vlog closing of the salon. Lauren's mom was in the vlog picking up the sofa and some accent chairs, and so, oh my gosh, it's great to see Lauren on the live in the comment section. Diamond Prince said, good afternoon, church. Good afternoon, Bishop. Good afternoon to you. CCLV Christina said, how do you tie in hot topics with fashion? Baby, that's easy. That is so easy. It's like I tied in all my stuff, and my channel started from hair and beauty. With fashion, you tie it in. So let's say it's about Cardi B. And easy example. Was it the Met Gala? Or was it the Harper's Bazaar fashion show? Wherever it was that Cardi B threw her shoe at Nicki Minaj, and then Cardi B got knocked upside the head by the security with his elbow. That was a fashion moment. It was a hot topic situation, and you also could have addressed the fashion. So, I mean, talk about what they wore as well as the issues that arose at that event. Even thinking about, let's say, certain shows. Maybe you don't want to recap like I do in detail. Talk about what they wore. Or, I mean, it's so many different things to do to talk about on YouTube, which is why YouTube is so great. There's a platform for everybody and an audience for everybody and for various things. Ebony Cosby said fashion police with award shows. True, I do that with my reunions. Reunions, I start off every reunion with a fashion police segment. So even if you don't do a recap on the whole reunion of these reality shows, talk about their fashions on the first episode of the reunion and title it the same thing as what the show is. So, Married to Medicine had their reunion. You do Married to Medicine reunion part one, and maybe you could put in there you're talking about the fashion. It's so many ways to do it. CCL, the Christina said, thank you so much, Pastor Ty. I love you. You are so welcome. You guys know that I'm an open book. I'm always willing to share my knowledge to the people. Delightful Dawn said, I will agree. There is a part for everyone. Yes, like there is so much you can do. Think about, the funny thing is, I've noticed that I can do a recap on a TV show, and that doesn't mean that someone is not going to go watch somebody else's recap, or that you guys have watched someone else's before mine and yet still watch mine. So there is definitely a place for everyone, but consistency is the key. Ebony Cosby said, this award season, there is plenty of material. There is plenty of material every award season because as a fashion blogger or a fashionista, you can critique every single situation, music shows, it's so, I think fashion is one of the easiest things to try to tie into hot topics because you figure if somebody got beat up, if somebody, just anything, fashion is always involved in everything. Trish C said, my grandmother told me, wait, where did it go? You retracted your comment. I was getting ready to read it too. You retracted it. Queenie is the year up. Is there any new snacks, Bishop? Is the year up? Is there any new snacks, Bishop? Queenie, I feel like what are you asking? Because I feel like I know what you're asking, but I'm not sure. So retype your comment and let me know. Oh, Ms. Vanessa in the beginning said, Ty, we love your spin on things. Thank you so much. Sherry Coachman said, you're more than enough. Are you going to watch Celebrity Big Brother with Tamar and Candy? I already watched it. I said I watched episode 1 with Nunu, Bugs Gutter, and Chad on Monday. I didn't watch last night's episode as of yet. Nunu said I need to be doing recaps on it, but I feel like, should I really be doing a recap on that show? I guess I could do a recap talking about the beef and energy and interaction between Tamar and Candy, but do you guys really want me to do that? I guess I could because I already watch it, but you know what bothered me though? Because that show comes on 4 times in a week. That's a lot to do a recap for a show that comes on Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. That's a lot. Or does it come on Wednesday then Friday? I don't know, but it does come on a whole lot. Trish C. put her comment back, says, sorry, I'm at work. My grandmother said no finance, no romance. Yes. I remember that song. It was a song, too. You got it. I feel it's Maya. But it was Maya, but I feel like she sampled it from somebody else. Was it Diana Ross? Who was that song from? Donna Hall said, Bishop, have you watched Tremel's show? What show? Like his YouTube show? No, I have not. Ebony Cosby said, are you still going to do the Iyanla reality rehab recap? Wait, rehab? Huh? Rehab? When is that, Ebony? Let me know, because I definitely want to do it. You know, I love when I always do her shows when there are celebrities or reality stars going on her show. So is there somebody new coming on her show? Because I definitely want to do that. Let me know. Queenie said, you know what I'm asking. Laugh out loud. Are you having fun in these single treats? I knew what you meant. Am I having fun? No, I'm not. Dating is horrible because I'm not in the space of dating freely anymore. And what I mean by that is, I'm not with the bullshit. Like, I am not. I struggle and straddle the fence where people say you have to teach someone how to treat you. And I understand that, But I'm not sure I want to have to teach a man how to treat me. I really want a man that knows how to treat a person, period. Now, of course, there are some specific things about me that I may have to share and teach and tell my future man. But when I see even something in the slightest, I just I just cut it off. I just cut it off. I am not going to go down the same road that I went over the past 2 years, 10 years, than the last 8 months. I will not. I just won't do it. Paul Prince said you should watch Celebrity Big Brother. It's pretty good. I did watch it. I watched it on Monday. I said that. Oh, Donnell Hall said yes, the YouTube show. No, I haven't watched it. The thing about it is, and it may have come across as shady when I said it. I'm not. I wasn't being shady when I said I don't watch it. I just know that I'm already behind on shows for us, so it's a tad bit difficult to watch other people's things. Now, I will hop on like Deaconess Ebony Cosby's videos. I've hopped on James Caldwell. Some of our church members who are here, I do hop on their videos to support them because you guys support me. But I haven't even talked to Tramel in a very long time. So, I mean, to be honest with you, I've actually liked his photos on Instagram a couple times in the past couple months. And I have yet to see him like anything of mine, so I'm not going to support someone who doesn't support me. And maybe he is following me, but I would have to probably unfollow him to see if it says that he's following me or not. But usually, if somebody is following you and has been a part of your brand at some point, they would be liking your photos. I mean, I really don't care. I'm not complaining about like it's a bad thing or a good thing, but I mean, I go out of my way for my friends and supporters. I'm not going to go out of my way for someone who doesn't really support me. My God. And there's no shade to Tramel. I wish him all the best in his YouTube endeavors. Horrible? Mr. Brown, what were you talking about when you called something horrible? Oh, Ms. Godiva6 said 1986 by a singer named Gwen Ruthie. Oh, Diva said, you gotta have a J-O-B if you want to be with me. Yes. That is definitely the song. I feel like it was Maya. Was it Maya and Foxy Brown who did it? Who redid the song? I think it was. Oh, someone asked, will I be vacationing? I think it was Christina. Will I be vacationing this year? Where, if so? Vacation. I want to go to Turks and Caicos. I know I'm going to be in Miami if you consider it a vacation. Well, I'll be in Plantation or Fort Lauderdale, which is where Brobe lives now, where he's from. And I'm going to be traveling anywhere. I want to go to Bali. Anybody who says, Ty, let's go, I'm going. So I do plan on traveling this year. I'm not going by myself, though. But I definitely will go if my friends or people are doing things and I'm like, I'm on board for it. Wait, Paul Prince, the shade between Tamar and Candy. Okay, is that what you want to know my opinion on that? The shade with it. Oh, okay. The shade was hilarious from the first episode. And it was so weird because I was surprised that Tamar chose Candy as her partner when they don't really care for each other. But I do know why Candy doesn't care for Tamar. But it seemed like Tamar was the one that was more salty because I think it was over their whole Kaya and T.S. Madison coming to their performance. And they were talking about Tiny or something like that, my God. So I guess I could do it and then just talk about the shade between Tamar and Candy. That may be possible, which will allow for me to have like a shorter recap on it. So that should be easy. But the problem, like I said, still goes back to that show comes on 4 times this week. Queenie said, I as well as the church understand completely. We all want that family for you, but we will wait patiently. Thank you so much, Queenie, because you know that is my heart's desire is to be a daddy. I guess I'll be a mama daddy or something like that. But that's my heart's desire. Ebony Cosby said, yes, you are fully coming into your own and don't have time for an inkling of the bullshit. No, not at all. That's why I'm like deep. And it's so funny because guys will shoot their shot and not know what to do next. And one thing I learned is that I'm never going to go into a relationship ever again. Not I don't want to say forcing the other person, but not doing, I'm not going to put more effort and energy, especially in the beginning stages, because I know what I bring to the table and I know how I can respond in a relationship. So if you say, Ty, let's go on a date tomorrow at 2 and 2 p.m. shows up and I say, okay, and 2 p.m. shows up and I don't hear from you, then it's done. You're blocked. Like, it's just that simple. I'm not playing the games with these niggas. I'm not. Because I don't get how people shoot their shot and they don't know what the next step is. Like in this day and age, people don't know how to date. That's probably the problem. Well, I should have got me some water. I'm so thirsty. Ariel Proctor said, hello, church. Just made it in. Sorry, I'm late. No problem, but we are closing. I think we're closing at 2:50. So you have a tad bit more time. Queenie said the T.S. Madison gave her take on the T on Queen's Supreme Court on YouTube. Anna Sierra said, if I get one more let's chill or can I see you message, I'm going to flip. Dudes do not come. Exactly. As soon as a guy hit me up, Anna, like, oh, I like you, we should meet up, let's chill. I said, you can take me on a date? Like, are you taking me on a date? That's my clap back. Anytime a guy says, oh, you're sexy. Okay. When are you taking me on a date? That is my go-to line. When are you taking me on a date? And based on how they respond to that, lets me know if I'm going to block their ass or not. Because a man who is truly interested in me should not be offended by my rebuttal being, when are you going to take me on a date? Ariel Proctor said, hair is shining, Bishop. Yes, for the curls. Thank you. Gotta look at myself in the mirror a little bit. Mr. Brown said, hello, when? Okay? Anna Sierra said, yes, I have said that so many times. Just half-ass, get creative. Like, I'll use your imagination. Thank you. It's like, why is date not the next step? I feel like it's so weird because you see people, the very people who are crying on social media, I won't say crying, but complaining about being single, I'm single, I want a man, trying to find bae, where's bae, are the same ones who have the biggest, I don't want to say issues, we all have issues, but they're the ones who cannot be consistent, nor do they know how to date. So I had a guy one time hit me up, very handsome guy from Atlanta. He DM'd me and was like, you know, you're sexy, blah, blah, blah. We were chatting and DMing, we exchanged numbers. He was trying to call me bae, whatever like that. He was like, I'm looking for bae, I'm looking for bae, I'm looking for bae. He ain't never take me on a date. We ain't never meet. Like, is this, like, I'm not looking for a text boyfriend. I'm not, my guy. Alrighty. Oh, I know what happened. You wonder what happened? I lost my battery. Let me see. Let me make sure we're charging. Oh, got it. I did not have the charging cord all the way in. See, it's always something. This is why I tell y'all, it's so much to do when it comes to checklist of doing this stuff by yourself. I have my iPhone filming right now instead of my camera because it's easier to do lives on my iPhone. So I have the charger going into the extension cord, and if you guys know the piece that goes into the block charger, it wasn't all the way in there. So that's why we stopped for a second, but we back. Mr. Brown said the devil is busy, but he don't want this word out. Mr. Brown said, I'm going to take it a step further. There are too many hoes or people with low standards, and guys are used to not having to put in the work or effort. See, I agree with that, but the problem is I don't understand what these people claim they want relationships, they actually want to be hoes. Because I'm thinking, I mean, I get what you're saying about people with low standards and not having to put in the work and effort, but the ones who claim they don't want to be hoes and want relationships don't even know how to date. And I think it goes back to you being right with your last part of your statement. They don't want to put in the work nor the effort. And I'm sorry, baby, it's not going to be a walk in the park with me. I've given that up. Or I've been there, done that. No more easy breezy with me. You have to put in the work. Paul Prince 35 said, I mailed back my engagement ring in the mail to my ex-fiance because he kept stalling. I wasn't playing. The look on his face when he got it, I wish I could have seen. I'm sure it was priceless. Baby, you shut it down, Paul Prince, okay? You sit there, bring back. We ain't playing no games. Why do these niggas play games? And that was my biggest fear. I think outside of not wanting to have a failed relationship or marriage, my biggest fear was having to get back into the dating pool, and then you still have to sift through all the bullshitters. And then the ones who claim they like you, want you, and want you to be bae are the biggest bullshitters and who don't put the work nor the effort in, my God. They're the main ones. Honestly, Sierra said, I agree. We also live in a hookup culture. Queenie said, exactly. I was running into a lot of men who want to be taken care of before I met my husband. Yes. I'm not taking care of nobody. We can take care of each other, but Bishop Ty taking care of a man is done and over with. My bank account is closed, my God. It is shut down. Insufficient funds on that account. My account for niggas taking care of them is done. It's done. Paul Prince said, I wanted that ring off my finger and out of my house. You sound like me. I'm so extra and drastic like that. Like, no. Off my finger, out my house, not in my car. Like, take it back. Donna Hope, I love the YouTube Terrell and Jarius, beautiful couple and kids. Baby, I'm not putting my hopes in any more YouTube couples. Because they just falling apart, like, and I know why and how, but I no longer have a favorite couple. Well, I do. Zed and Ray on Instagram, they're my new favorite couple. So I do have one, but these YouTube couples, baby, like, they be falling apart. Myself included. I'm including myself, my God. I'm no longer putting more hope in that. Mr. Brown said the door is closed in my Nene voice. Yes. I see a comment that said, from Christina said, I know that's right. Step your dick up, bitch. Y'all are a mess. Paul Prince said, now he's trying to go through my mom. Guess he realizes his mistake. Oh, well, I'm retired and stress-free. That's the scary part, too, about being single for too long. Once you get into that space of not tolerating the bullshit, my God, you start coasting and, you get settled with, okay, if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. You get to a space where you don't really, you're not putting in, you don't have any concern about a relationship anymore. That's where I'm afraid of. I don't want to get to that space where it's like I'm so stress free that then I won't want to put in I won't want to put in the effort or energy for a relationship. Because you will get so comfortable to where you won't want to tolerate anything. And one thing I had to remind myself, so my therapist had to remind me that I'm not going to ever find the perfect person. So be careful with your red flags, because sometimes you think it's a red flag and it's just, I guess red flags are up to you. You have to decide what you are willing to live with. I don't even want to say tolerate, because tolerate I feel like is a bad word. Something that you're willing to live with, or decide what you're okay with. Because, baby, I'm telling you, I'm just like, next, next, next. Like, I shut it down. Oh, Donnell Hall, you said service was going to end at 3:30. No, it's not. We are closing at 2:50. I have to take Bro Bay to dinner for his birthday tonight because he's leaving, what, tomorrow or on Friday to fly to Florida to go look at the location that his parents bought, for the restaurant. And then he's coming back, I think, on Monday, and he's only have like one more week left here. So I'm not closing at 3:30. Plus, I need to get that recap for you guys done of The Circle. And I'm hungry and parched and thirsty, so we're closing at 2:50. We have 8 minutes left, my God. That should keep us at a full hour. Mr. Brown said, you just answered my question. Where do you draw the line? Oh, I guess I explained it like you have to decide, what you're okay with. Because, see, I'm trying to think. I think that with red flags, the problem is not the red flag itself. I think it's the timing that issues show up, and then you have to figure out if it's for you or not for you. Because I think the thing about it is, if the person really isn't for you and you're settling, I think that's when red flags become even worse. Because, for example, there was a short guy who was interested in me, and I like tall guys. And he kind of dropped the ball with like us going out on a date. And so my first thought was, you too short anyway. So you gotta be careful, because when you begin to compromise on certain things that you just know you don't really like, then that's when you have even more red flags with a person. Because I've noticed that you will give people grace who you're really interested in, but then you'll shut it down for somebody else who really may not be your type or you're not really that into. So drawing the line, I believe, is different for everybody. Rachel G said, what are your deal breakers? Oh my gosh, that's a good question. My deal breakers are, you're getting this like live and in living color, me really thinking about it for the first time. My deal breakers, see, it's hard because it changes from person to person, because you don't really know sometimes things that bother you until it shows up. So my deal breaker is, I cannot deal with a man who does not text consistently. And what I mean by consistently is not that your ass is at work and can't text, or not that you are sleeping and can't text. I mean, like, and I don't mean texting all the time, but it should not be a 12-hour period that has gone by and I have not heard from my man or a date. Like, if you're interested, like, you need to be engaging me like I would engage you. So I think that's a deal breaker for me. Some people probably don't get it, but I feel like if you're into somebody, you should at least say, hey, how are you? How was your day? Or something, my God. Like, are you okay? So that's a deal breaker for me. A person who does not, I think number one deal breaker now is a person who does not have his own, and I mean have his own, and it being on my level. And I've so many times, because I have a kind heart, I always put myself in positions where I feel like people can grow to be on my level, whether it's financially or and even my level of ownership, because I find that I become a bitch in relationships because I will ponder over an issue so intensely and pick myself apart and make myself the blame just to be able to apologize and to fix it. And what happens is you then have people who never consider if they were the blame or caused the problem, and then you're always checking yourself and downing yourself. So consistency is definitely key. I see Ebony said that. Consistency is key, and that's what I mean in reference to like the texting thing. It's about the consistency of it, not a specific time frame, but the consistency. Like, if you really want me, you need to show that you want me, my God. Ebony Cobb said the armor bearers need to get on point. Where is the pastor Fiji? Whoop. Yeah, I actually do. I like Fiji is my. I like Fiji, but my favorite is Voss. Rachel G said my deal breakers are atheists, liars, unfaithful, financially irresponsible. Well, Rachel, baby, I didn't think of those because I feel like that's everybody's deal breaker. I mean, atheist doesn't really bother me. Let me define atheist real quick because atheist, you can be spiritual. So atheist means you don't believe in God, right? I'm trying to get to my dictionary because I want to see the actual definition of atheist before I say atheist is a deal breaker. A person who believes or lacks belief in the existence of God or gods. I'm not sure if that's a deal breaker for me. I'm not sure. I have to think about that. I understand. So does it mean that atheists don't have morals? That's a hard one for me. I'm not sure if that's a deal breaker for me. But I don't think nobody wants a liar, unfaithful, or financially irresponsible person. I've had that in the past. Been there, done that, not going back, my God. Donnell, you are so disrespectful. Donnell Hall said, Bro Bay needs some birthday coochie. Just putting that out there in the atmosphere. Okay, let's set the record straight. Yes, I had sex with Bro Bay before, but we have not had sex in a very long time, my God. We have not. Okay? Just want to get that out there because I realized in the Christmas mukbang, when I shared that, I keep sharing about what a bro bay is, and I don't want you guys thinking that bro bay meant that we just have sex casually all the time because y'all gonna scare my potential bays thinking that I'm gonna be having sex with bro bay behind their back. So that is not what a bro bay is. Well, that's what a bro bay can be a person you have sex with consistently, but my bro bay, we have had sex before, and we don't have sex currently. Mr. Brown said, no, I guess atheists don't believe in a higher power. Diva said, I can't be with no atheist. Either I'm messed with one, but he can't be bae. Oh, you can mess with one, but he can't be bae. See, my thing is, at this point, I am not bothered. I think I'm not bothered by atheists only because I've had husband, ex-boyfriend, people who were spiritual as hell and who believed in God, and they were assholes and were lying, and they were everything that Rachel G said she did not want outside of being atheists. They were. So they believed in God, yet they were still liars, unfaithful, financially irresponsible, my God. So, I mean, why not try an atheist? Maybe he will. I'm not going to turn down an atheist if he's going to be honest, faithful, and financially responsible, my God. Liz Martin said, don't put Bishop on the spot that way, Donnell. He tried it, right? Like, no, I'm taking him to dinner. And the thing about it is, I think we also haven't had sex in a long time because we're just in this space of, I know why we haven't had sex. We haven't had sex because we both want partners. And so we don't want to cloud our judgment with our partners that we want because of us having sex. So don't forget, I already told you guys, he and I are very compatible outside of him being a total top and me being versatile. So it kind of is best for us to not have sex involved while we're dating people because, one, like I said, the date's going to feel like we're sleeping together all the time. And then two, because we share our stories with each other about dates with other people, and we're also encouraging each other to find the one. So sex just make it crazy, I guess. Although, if it was in a case of emergency, it probably could happen. But, I mean, literally, it has not happened. And it hasn't happened since before I met Michael. Like, I didn't even have sex with Bro Bay. Mind you, that my relationship with Michael was open. I didn't have sex with Bro Bay when I met Michael. So, and I met him in person January 5th of 2018. So, yeah. T.R. Pond said, my father is an atheist. He does not believe in an afterlife. Now, see, that doesn't bother me. Like, I'm not bothered by that. OTR Plus, my mother was a reverend. Hashtag complicated. Oh, that's interesting, my guy. How did that work? Rachel G said, my man has to know how to pray for me so I can't deal with an atheist. I respect that, Rachel. I'm not sure if, So, are you saying that atheists won't wish you well or speak positivity into you? Because I kind of feel like a prayer, I feel like a partner being able to speak positivity into you is still a prayer, in my opinion. Because that means we're going really deep. That means that you're saying that a prayer means that God only answers. See, this is where we're going really deep. This is why religion kind of gets on my nerves, because that's like saying that, and I get, Ebony, you having a spiritual covering. I get that, because I have a pastor. I do. Y'all know I love my pastor to death. She's like my mother. So I get it. I totally get it. But the problem is the gray areas. And the gray areas are, so for good things to happen to you, there must be a prayer. Or for you to be safe, there must be a prayer. Like, so God is not going to be a God of just protecting you without a prayer going up. So that's why I'm like, that's why I kind of connect with an atheist sometimes, because that stuff that don't make sense to me, it just don't sit well with me. Carrie Thomas said, atheists are people too. I totally agree. Jennifer Spike said, if you are a believer of the Lord and have accepted Jesus into your life, your spouse is covered under you as well. Some Christians and atheists with morals have good relationships. Great point. Come on now. Thank you for telling me to keep my options open. Ebony Cosby said, I cannot be unevenly yoked with an unbeliever. Been there, done that. But Ebony Cosby, there are believers who are still unequally yoked. So, I mean, just because they're a believer don't mean y'all evenly yoked neither. T.R. Pond said he doesn't pray but is silent during our family prayers. He was respectful of her beliefs. Nidra Monet said, keep up the good work, Bishop. Thank you for the love, Nidra, and the $20 donation. I think that's the most important part to T.R. Pond, just being respectful. Now, my thing is, Rachel, you said you don't want you don't want an atheist. So if you're a Christian, would you date a Muslim or a Jew, or like, clarify that, because you're saying one thing. I know what Ebony Cosby is saying. So this is a very good topic. I know we're supposed to close 4 minutes ago. I'm going to close in a few minutes. So I think I want to probably have this conversation with you guys in more detail in the future, because it's something to think about when we're talking about what your deal breakers are. MR said, I wouldn't care if the person is Jewish, Muslim, or an atheist. I just want a good person in my life that goes for friends or lovers. Yes, MR, that's where I am as well. Rachel G said, no, I mean, he can't go to the Lord on my behalf in prayer. You need that sometimes. Yeah, I get that, Rachel. But my whole point is, that still says that you serve a God who will only do things if someone is going to him in prayer for you. And I don't believe in that kind of a God. Yes, I believe in prayers. Yes, but I also believe that a prayer can be speaking positivity over you, speaking happiness and health and wealth and safety over you. But they have to say, God, can you please do this for Shaquita? I mean, is that the kind of God we have where you have to actually ask him for it? So, I mean, if you're a God that, if God is a God that knows all, sees all, like, for example, if I had a child and I could know all about what my child's issues, hurts, and pains are and needs, without that child even having to tell me, I'm going to do it. And I think most parents would. So why are we putting God on a different form of, not expectation, but requirements than a normal parent? If God is your daddy, why do you have to This is difficult because, like I said, we're going into something really deep, but I'm just not able to process that because the person can't pray is why you would not want to date them or be with them. And I know somebody probably commented and helped clarify what I was trying to say. So I'm going to read. Queenie said, Amen, Bishop. Some men of the cloth are more harmful as long as he doesn't try to interfere with your worship. I'm here for it. I agree with that as well. Carrie Thomas said, I love you even more, Ty, after listening to your rationale take on believers and non-believers. Yeah, my thing, I'm always open-minded. I'm always understanding. One thing about me, which is why sometimes when people are either like attacking me, it's weird because I try to always understand both sides. And even with my opinion and my feelings, I'm not saying that Ebony nor Rachel is wrong, but I think for me, if you guys who really know me by now just from YouTube and from maybe me getting upset on certain things, my issue is always wanting to understand and then being understood, because that whole having to ask a God who already, so I'm starving. I need somebody to pray for me for God to do it. You mean to tell me God, no, I'm starving, he ain't gonna do it for me without somebody praying for it? Like, that ain't right. I don't feel like that's right. Now, God deserves worship and praise for all that he does for us. But the fact of the matter is, I'm not sure I subscribe to believing that you gotta ask him even though he already knows. Fleur Rebel said, hello, Bishop. Hi, how are you? Fleur, we are about to close this topic up. My God, I know that we are already 7 minutes over. So Donnell Hart was right, but we're not going to make it to 3:30. We're not going to do it. We're not at all. So I'm trying to give Deaconess Ebony Cosby and Rachel G a few minutes to be able to clarify their thoughts and feelings on what I share on this live, my God. But like I said, I do want to have this conversation more in depth and more in detail in the future because there's a lot. And I think what I need to do is, it's harder to have this conversation with you guys via like the live. So I think this would be a great conversation to have on the show when we do our panel with Gardini, Q, Charlie, and myself. This would be a great thing to do and a great thing to discuss. I see Rachel G saying, I'm not saying anything negative about my God. That's not what I'm saying. I believe that a house divided cannot stand. Rachel, well, see, that's the scary part about religion. Because your first sentence says, I'm not saying anything negative about my God. I don't trust a God, and I'm going to be honest, nor a faith that would not allow you to ask questions and get understanding. Even the Bible says, like a member said last week, in all thine getting, get understanding, my God. So I'm going to question a God because I feel like I have the right to do so. I just do. If you're gonna have me make a choice to believe in your religion and your God, I'm gonna ask some questions. I'm gonna question it, and I think any person with intelligence should be questioning, because otherwise you are. I don't want to say that. I'm not gonna say that, but you should be questioning your God because you should be able to get understanding. And then you said a house divided cannot stand. That's not true, because T.R. Pond just said her mom or his mom is a minister and daddy was an atheist, and it worked. So, and plenty of people are in marriages where one's Jew and one's Christian, one's Muslim, one's Christian, and they work. So, I mean, I'm not sure I agree with that. I know it's very churchy to say, but, I mean, I guess I get it. I mean, what I will say is I respect your feelings and your perspective, and I respect where you are in life with your faith. Jennifer Spike said, to me, prayer is a form of respect to God, just like asking is a form of respect to your parents. Yes, they have and know what you need, but the respect should be shown. This is my opinion, not fact. I disagree, Jennifer, because you missed my point. My point is Parents don't always know what you need. That's why I said, if I did know, my kids would not have to ask. So when you compare it to a God who's supposed to know all, so you're saying the God knows all, but you still got to ask? I mean, I just don't. I mean, that's not my thing. It's just not. It's just not. But I respect your opinion as well. I wanted to read something from somebody else. Oh, Fleur Rebel said, have you ever thought about doing a call-in with your church members? I would love to, but I would need help with that because to focus on the camera, the charging, my MacBook right here so I can see what's going on in the comment section, and then calls, that's a lot. I know people do it on YouTube, and I commend them for doing it, but y'all know how my anxiety is. Like, I already got 500 things at once. To add something else, it would be hard, but I would consider doing it if I had like Gardini and Charlie and Q present. I would do that because they can then focus on talking to you guys while I'm doing something else. Amy Akers said that's why you have Bible study, to understand. Amy Akers, I disagree. This is why I'm the wrong bitch to have this conversation, because I have a church background. I was a minister. I was a minister of music. I was worship leader. So I'm the wrong person to have this conversation with, because I ask and have all the right questions. Bible study is still you getting somebody else's perspective. That's why religion for me is difficult. When you have Bible study, that is still that person. So if I open up the Bible right now for you and say, this means this, that is still my interpretation of what that means, my God. So, I mean, I get what you're saying, but religion is so difficult. It's just so difficult. MR said, cover yourself and don't rely on anyone else to cover you. I respect that, MR, but I gotta stand with my girls Rachel and Ebony. You should cover yourself, but the whole purpose of a partnership is to cover each other too. So I will speak up and say that. T.R. Pond said they were married until her passing in 2010. Wow, come on now. So it worked. So thank you for confirmation, T.R. Pond. Rachel G said, I have never experienced anything more powerful than being united with the love of my life under God together. It's a blessing to have a man that can lead spiritually. I respect it. I don't really have anything to say about that. Diva said, this conversation is so good, which is why we're over the damn time limit. And I wasn't prepared because I usually have some spot on comments and rebuttals. I'm tongue-tied and tongue-twisted in this whole entire live. I might take it down, but I didn't want me to keep it up. T.R. Pond said, my brothers and I each choose a different spiritual path. I'm Catholic. My brother is Buddhist. The other is a Lutheran. Do y'all get along, T.R. Pond? And then speaking of that, y'all came from parents of a minister and an atheist. Jennifer Spike said, oh, okay, I see. Yes, boo. Yeah, that's what I was saying. I was just trying to clarify, like, as parents, you don't always know what your child needs. But if you knew what your child needed, you would give it to them without asking. So to say that God knows all, but we got to ask for it, I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with asking, but to think that a prayer has to go up just to get something done. So, for example, your mother's in the hospital sick. Why does it require us to have to pray for that person to be healed? If God is a loving God, why would he just not heal that person? That's why atheists exist, because it doesn't make sense. So you mean to tell me that I got to pray that your mom gets healed when God already knows you want your mama to be healed? So, Deaconess Ebony Cosby said, the Bible says to study to show yourself approved. You got to get it for yourself. Now that I believe. Come on now. Now that I agree with. I do agree with that. T.R. Pond said it worked in our family because we respected our individual choices and were provided the tools by our parents to make the T.R. Pond, come on! Oh, I love you already. Oh, yes. Come on. Yes. That is so, I'm excited because that's so awesome to hear. Because when you think about the world and diversity and people who have different religions and people from the same household, my God, can be Catholic, Buddhist, atheist, and Lutheran, and you saying it worked. And the problem is shit don't work because people don't respect one another. Even when you go into homosexuality, it doesn't. The issue is people showing us respect. If you respect the next person, you should not give a damn about what they do, what they believe, and who they are. It's none of your business, my God. So the common denominator is the lack of respect for the next person. Regina Harrington said, I love you too, Bishop. I love all of y'all. I do. I love that we can have this conversation and have these diverse opinions. And that goes to my point. It still boils down to respect. Oh, Rachel G said, I love and respect you too, Ty. Oh, that was so sweet. That was so sweet. Diva said, people are complex, just like religion. No one thing or one way works for everyone. Exactly. And speaking of the reason why religion is hard for me, yes, I do have a very strong Christian background, my God. And I have relatives who are bishops and pastors and apostles and all that. Yes, I do. Pop is a pastor. He doesn't pastor anymore, but he does have the pastor title. My God, he's clergy. He is licensed. But the thing about it is, for me, one thing I cannot subscribe to is going into the black church and then them saying things like a Buddhist is going to hell or a Muslim is going to hell. I don't believe that. I just cannot subscribe to that. Your way cannot be the only way. You cannot say that we have this big God and this big God only has one route, because that makes him a small God. TR Pond said, so much aloha for you, Ty. Come to Hawaii. We honor the family and the earth as community outside religion or wealth or social standing. I would love to come to Hawaii. Actually, I've been to Hawaii. I went to Hawaii for my 21st birthday, and I had a blast. I can't wait to go back. I'm going to talk to Bro Bay and see if we can plan like our next birthday trip for next year in Hawaii, because his birthday's today. Mine is February 15th. So we try to do birthday trips together, because I was supposed to be going to New Orleans next weekend with Bro Bay, but because of this restaurant opening, that has been shut down and canceled. So no New Orleans for us, my God. But I think I do want to come back to Hawaii and plan that with Bro Bay and some other friends. And who knows, next year, I might have a bae, my God. I might have a bae, because I told y'all I gotta be single until the summertime. So after summer hits, my time is up. But don't forget, I did say that I will not jump into a relationship. People still have to put in the work. Excessive Cheddar said, I was raised Kojic and I love the tradition. I just can't serve a bite size. Oh, that was so good. That was so good. I didn't finish reading it. Excessive Cheddar said, I was raised Kojic and I love the tradition. I just can't serve a bite-sized God. That is so good. That's so good. My God, that's so good. Rachel G said, Ty, you're not studying what other people say. You're studying what the Lord says in the Bible. Exclamation, that is what true Bible study is. I disagree, Rachel, because guess what? Here's my problem yet again with Christianity and the Bible. The Bible was put together by man. That is why, we're supposed to be closing. I don't care how many ways and languages you can tell me God created the Bible. I am sorry. A man wrote that ink. A man was inspired by God. And the reason why there is anti-homosexuality in that Bible is because whoever wrote that part was not supportive of homosexuality. Because if a person was supportive of it and respected it, it would not be in there. So I don't subscribe to believing that God wrote the Bible, the Bible is from God. Because guess what? It takes a man's hands and ink to write the text. My God. I don't believe that. I just don't. At the end of the day, the Bible is still something the Lord said through somebody else who you got to believe that what they're saying is the truth. I already got trust issues. So you want me to trust what some man wrote hundreds and hundreds of years ago to believe that's actually what God said? I'm not so sure about that, my God. Rachel G said, I love how we can talk about it respectfully and in love. Well, that's the best part about all this. When you respect each other, you can have these kinds of conversations and not be offended, not get upset, because guess what? What's for me is for me, and it's not going to be the same for everyone. So that's why respect is so important. Fleur Rebel said, summer is coming. Go ahead and jump on it, Bishop. Only live. Oh my God, my nose is running from that. You said jump on it. Oh God. Only live once. Who said there has to be rules? Well, I'm not putting ridiculous rules on me. I did want a time frame to just be single, learn myself, and be alone because I had not been alone for a time frame. But I'm not saying that there are specific rules, because people break the rules all the time and it works out. CCLV Christina said, we have to do a better job of taking care of our temples to prevent illness. My top priority. I stay in my lane and judge no one. You can't convert nor change anyone. Fleur Rebel said, exactly. I want to see the stone commandments that God wrote with his own hand. Yes, we're getting somewhere. Yes. See, I'm so passionate about this because of my church upbringing. And I'm sorry, I'm the kid that's going to question stuff. That's why I've been so successful. That's why I can come on YouTube and be able to critique stuff and people don't understand why that's my opinion or why I agree with that, because I am very open-minded, my God. And I'm going to ask the questions. Rachel G said, God is a loving God. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. We are all receiving mercy and grace even to this moment. I believe that, but I'm not sure that has to go along with the topic at hand. I believe that 100%. Carrie Thomas said, would you want to convert anyone? Convert into what? Or are you asking the church as a whole? I'm not sure. Donnell Hall, I see you playing the organ and singing and playing the drums and the saxophone and everything else, the violin, I see it. The bass guitar, I see it, my God. But we're talking about something that's very, very good. And not only is it good, it's respectful. So I'm going to close in a second, I promise. I promise I am. Marco said, you love my shirt. Thank you, Marco. Trying to scroll really quick before I close to see who I may have missed. See, good. This is my point about Super Chat. This is a very, very good discussion. And Super Chat is as low as $1, I think, or $2. Some comments, you guys need to use Super Chat for so I don't skip over it accidentally. Jennifer Spike said, tell Bro Bay we're sorry for running you over time. Oh, Bro Bay is at work. He's in the office right now, so we're not going to dinner until, I think, 7 o'clock. So he's good. I have to get my recaps done for you guys. The Circle NYC. That's what I have to do next. Oh, okay, Ebony. I was looking for you. I see something you said. Deaconess Ebony Cosby said, okay, so we will have one atheist on your show for the love of Ebony and see if he makes it to the end. Deaconess Ebony, you are a mess. I'm not doing that to you. You don't want an atheist on the show. You don't need it. You don't have to. That's the whole thing about respect. I'm not trying to force you to believe nor subscribe to what I feel or believe. I love to have the conversation to be able to understand each other. But if you don't want an atheist on for the love of Ebony, we don't have to have it on that show, my God. Ms. Godiva 6 said, this is why I love the lives. Yes, we have so much fun. You see, I hate live because I get so excited, can't calm myself down. And I start talking too fast, getting tongue-tied and tongue-twisted. Carrie Thomas said, by the way, I'm atheist. See, now look, we have an atheist church member, and y'all in here saying no atheist as dates. Well, I guess you could say no atheist because I just said I don't want a short man. So I guess in all fairness, we all have the right to not want certain things. So I guess as long as we're being respectful to our atheist members, my God. Pretty Money said, you look good as fuck, bitch. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Diva said, Rachel G, that's our closing hymn. Oh, about your grace and mercy? All right, I think it's time to close. I don't want to close because we're doing so good with this topic, but I have to. And if I don't close now, that means that Donnell Hall is going to be right with saying that church is going to be over at 3:30 p.m. It's not, it's not going to happen. So, we're going to close, I think. I don't see any more significant comments as of yet. Are we closing? Okay, we're closing. We're closing. All right. So, please follow me on all social media outlets. Thumbs up this video. Subscribe to the channel. Turn on the notifications. Become a part of the notification ministry. Share this video. And thank you guys for tuning in to our Wednesday midday Bible study, aka church announcements, aka church service. I love